You're watching Dr. Amir Sankofa Quayle live. Make sure you stay tuned, hit that like button, and subscribe. It's going down.
Death is a multi-billion-dollar industry. The cemeteries are full of people who've passed from a preventative illness. With the correct approach, you not only extend your chances of preserving your life, but you will improve the quality of your life with the natural approach. The earth provides energy healing herbs for the benefit of mankind.
Hello, I'm Amira Sankofa Quayle here at As Life Coaching Ministries. We're located at 1921 West Broadway. We've been in the healing business for over 20 years. To order my products, go to www.as314life.com. I'm available 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. No Michelle. Okay, greetings. Of course, I'm Dr. Ask or Dr. Mirror. How you doing? Greetings, salutations. Thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, I'm getting ready to do a review for y'all. We'll talk about that in a minute. How you doing? Don't need no man telling me I do. Okay, what's going on? So let's talk about it today. First of all, let me show y'all my shirt that I'm wearing today. And this, of course, is a part of, guess what? Amira's Custom Designs. Okay, so make sure you all go to my website at www.ask314life.com and go check me out and go and purchase some stuff. That's the only reason I'm on YouTube. So let's talk about how to put some stuff on my lip. I don't want to let my lip get a little crazy again, because sometimes my lip can get a little crazy. So I'm going to give me a second here. I'm going to go ahead and read. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and, make sure I got the little grease on my lips because it's wintertime and, I can get ashy Larry up in this camp. So I have to make sure I keep the little lips right. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to do a review on this show. I do watch this show from time to time. And I have certain thoughts on the show that I think the show is okay. Let me make sure. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. So I do a little reviews on these shows. Well, I watch them from time to time. I really don't watch them all the time because it is what it is. But so I've had a lot of requests up on my movie reviews to do them. First and foremost, I want to tell my partner, Sister Angels, I send greetings out to you and I pray for you and I hope everything is doing as best as it can. I want to give a shout out to you without me going into detail, but you're definitely up in my prayers. My family sends their love to you as well. So I definitely want to say that Angel Domingue Jackson. So I just want to make sure I put that out there for her. Anyway, so I had to give that shout out to her before I get really started on this. So anyway, I'm going to review Love After Lockup, and I'm going to talk about the episode, the season 3, episode 23. And I did take some notes, and they're kind of everywhere. So I try to take them as best as I could in between doing the things that I have to do in my life because I didn't want to hold up my life on this dang on show. I just want to make sure y'all see my logo. Pretty cute, right? So let's talk about the first. I guess I don't even remember what was first because I had a lot of stuff going on, but I'm just going to break it down. Now, let's first talk about Sarah and Michael. Okay. That is the two interracial couple who is, I guess they're separated. And if you all watch the news, you'll see that Michael has been recently bonded out because of some allegations of him leaving the child by themselves, and the child was underage apparently. And he said his car had got stuck somewhere, and he was trying to go get the child gummy bears. I don't understand why he didn't take the child with him, but I don't know what be in the mind frame of these folks that leave children that's under age. And anyway, needless to say, the child went walking around the hotel, and finally, I guess a worker saw it and called, and the mother of the child was apparently too busy to come and get the child. That he finally shows up after them waiting for some time and what have you, whatever. So I guess that's in the news. If you Google that, you'll find Michael. 2 words. I'm not gonna go there about him. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna base it. I had to mention that, but I'm really gonna just base things off of. Let me just talk on the terms of I want y'all to see my shirt. Shoot, let me make sure I get this camera right. There we go. So, all right, let me make sure I got everything over here. I want y'all all in my. Oh, okay. Let me see. Y'all see the top of my head, and okay. Let me sit back. Okay, so, I mean, this is really in my grill. Let me see. I gotta get this properly set up. Probably because I got my phone. Okay, my notebook. Okay, better. Okay. So, of course, let me talk about it. So, so we're talking about Sarah and Michael, or Michael and Sarah, whatever way you want to spin this shit. So what did I say about them? I said Malcolm. Now, Malcolm is in on this action with him. And of course, Michael has so many different women, so we're not going to go there with that. But Malcolm is now the person that Sarah is now seeing, what was seeing during the showtime. So I have 2 words for Malcolm. Malcolm, run! Get out of Dodge. Okay, it was more than 2 words. Okay, essentially it was Malcolm, run. Like, run, Forrest, run, Malcolm, because Sarah, look at my face, Sarah. Who in the hell would date her? I wouldn't. If I was a man, I would not date her behind Michael. Sorry. Michael can have her. Okay. But whatever. So what is there to think about? I was looking at the episode, and they were saying how, she was like telling him how she appreciated him, and and she enjoyed and she appreciated the way he handled Michael, and really she was just using him. To me, in my opinion, I really saw her as just using Malcolm. Same people, right? Almost. She was using Malcolm to make Michael jealous. That's the only thing she was really doing, because she got tired of looking crazy in front of, on national TV or whatever. She might have paid him a stipend or something like that, because I wouldn't be no way I would be standing there and then be in the house and he come to see his children, as opposed to taking his children with him. I mean, take the children with you. I think a lot of times women like that just use the children as control. And, but at the same time, she says Michael doesn't pay any child support, nor is he, it's not really about child support, but he's not taking care of the children, apparently, is what she said. But I don't understand why she would want to be in his face. I'm not going to sit in your face and you're not helping me with the children at all. You can go ahead and take the children, because he got a car, and more than likely he got a hotel But I mean, she's saying he's not responsible enough, but yet he's responsible to come into your house. And he kind of walks in like he owns the joint. I get that you all are still married, but at some point in time, you got to cut this fool off. You don't just let him come in your house and then you got some other man laying up in there. And as a man, Malcolm, what kind of man are you to let this man just come into your woman's house without checking her and checking him? First of all, why are you even there? You shouldn't even be there. And then Michael, of course, makes it known like, well, that might be his girl, but that's still my wife. So now you want to control. Now you got to control because you're a narcissist. Okay. He's always wanted to try to claim, he don't never claim her. And he tells all his women that the only reason why he's with her because of the children or whatever, and she just, I don't know. I just wouldn't take her seriously. And I don't know who in their right mind would go out with her. And to me, anybody that would date her has low self-esteem at this stage because she has made no effort in getting a divorce or none of that. This fool can't even show up to court. The last episode, which I didn't review, but on last episode, he didn't even show up to court because he had a late night cap with this chick with some random, at a bar, and he couldn't even get to court, and the producers had to come and wake him up. I mean, how lame. And then here she is going to his hotel room and asking him like, why didn't you come to court and all that? I mean, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You know what I mean? I wouldn't have that type of time. I'll get me a lawyer, I'll get a divorce, and it'll be a wrap. He'll be paying child support or whatever. Y'all work out whatever parenting thing that you're all going to do. And since the children are so small right now, then he would have to make efforts to come there. I mean, it just it had to work to his benefit. He can come there for now while they're small. But at this stage, after he done left the child by themselves, I don't know about him. He probably have to have. And the reason why I brought that up is because I'm going to tell you why I said that. Well, he would probably, with me, I would make it so he would have to have supervised visitation rights. There'd be no way that he would be allowed to take my children. He would have to have supervised visits. And that would be known based upon what happened. And it's no excuse for that. And it just, I don't even know why she just be running behind him and kissing his butt. And then his mom and them treating, when he was cheating with that other girl, whatever her name was, I don't remember that girl, that singing girl, I don't know. The one that lost her virginity to him. And his sister and his mama had the nerve to have a problem with her. No, you need to have a problem with Michael. Because Michael ain't shit. Okay? I'm just going to tell you the truth. He ain't shit. And he can bat his girly eyes, some long eyelashes. And he looks like ninja. He looks like a Ninja Turtle. But whatever. I'm sorry, I shouldn't talk. I'm not gonna talk about nobody. He just Donatello look himself. Whatever. I don't have time for that. I'm just the whole psyche of the matter. Just the whole flu of it all. Like who would waste their time, God-given time. And to me, he goes after certain type of women. He goes after women with low self-esteem. And Sarah, you have low self-esteem, hon, because first of all, you waited on this fool to get out of jail. He basically he has energy of a gigolo pimp, And I mean the kind of pimp, and I would more or less say gigolo because you sleeping with these women. And if you had such a strong arm hand, most pimps don't really sleep with workers. With their workers. I don't really necessarily like calling them prostitutes. And I really don't like calling men pimps, but I mean, I would call them a gigolo. Can I use the words gigolo? Because you're a gigolo and you sleeping with your workers, the people that's working for you or paying you. So you're kind of more of a gigolo. I wouldn't call him a pimp. I would call him more of a gigolo. So he got kind of gigolo energy. Gigolo. And if I had the music, if we can play it here on YouTube, I would play the Nick Cannon song Gigolo, but whatever. I just think Malcolm seems like, I don't know if he getting paid, if he is an actor or something like that. I hope he an actor. I hope nobody that silly to sit up there and be looking at this man play with his kids in the same house and just sitting there looking crazy, trying to have a conversation with this fool. Like, if I was Malcolm, I'd be looking at this cat like you beneath me. And it's not because he didn't been in jail, because everybody, we all make mistakes. So it ain't about him going to jail, but it's kind of about you not really taking care of your children, as Sarah put it. I can't base this off with what Sarah says, right? But you're not taking care of your children financially. You barely see them. And the only time you seem like you see them is during shooting. That's what she said. And then he goes to the birthday party. Now, this is not something I reviewed, but just going back where he goes to the birthday party, he goes to the birthday party. He doesn't even stay long. And yeah, now, certain points, I understand where he coming from. Sarah was kind of playing games, like, because this is my first time meeting this man. Why he got to be at the birthday party with my child? So the problem is with a lot of this stuff is Sarah playing games. See, she uses people to make Michael jealous. She goes through all of this. She keeps caring. She cries. I hate you. But yet she's still dealing with him. He don't even answer her calls. He doesn't really want to talk to her. And the only time he wants to talk to her is really, when she's gonna give him some, or if somebody else is in the picture. That's kind of what it seems like to me. And she's just using I ain't gonna even call him poor Malcolm, because it ain't no poor Malcolm. And then now all of a sudden he leaves and he's like, well, I didn't tell I love her. I usually tell I love her. Well, how long y'all been together then? So all of a sudden you love her. You don't want to tell her now because you didn't know that it was like that. Well, I mean, damn, did you watch the show? I mean, haven't we been? This is like the third season. They've been on this show. This is the third season of them, right? If I remember correctly, this is like the third season of them. So you have never watched the show. You don't know that this girl has been nutty poo poo puff cracker pop over this food. And I mean food, okay? So, I mean, is he slow? And I'm looking at Michael like, what? I mean, I don't know what, I went on social media. So before I did the review, I just kind of wanted to see what a lot of people were saying. And I had to stop at this point because they said he looked like Donatello. Well, they said he looked like Ninja Turtle. And I was like, yeah, I do kind of favor Donatello. I didn't really say that. That ain't something I really came up with. So when I looked at that on, social media, they were basically saying how they don't understand what women see in Michael. I don't either, me personally. And, maybe because I'm an older woman, there can't no little young boy like that do anything for me that's not working, that's living off of other women. That's kind of bitch ass to me, a little bitch ass. Sorry. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Is that negative? I'm sorry. I know you all know I'm a healer and I'm a holistic healer and I'm a life coach, but I have very sharp language and I don't bite my tongue. And I'm not your typical healer. I'm a tree hugger that will set fire to that tree too, So anyway, let's move on. What's the next freaking person that I saw on here? Okay. Chevelle and Quaylon or Quavon. I don't know. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. I apologize. I know that in my culture, a lot of our parents would give us these names and say it's French. And we look up when we take French in high school, we later find out that it's not actually French. It's just some name that your mama made up, but whatever. So I apologize if I mispronounce the name Quaylon, Crayon, or whatever. But so from the beginning of this relationship, I'm not gonna lie. Both of the parents, his mom, Quaylon's mom, and Chevelle's mom, both had points. okay, about both of it. It did feel like that she was buying Quaylon. I'm sorry, she gave him way too much, way too fast. Okay, second part of it, when Chevelle's mom says why she felt like he was using her and he was just gonna, cheat on her and use her. I agree with that. She didn't make him work for her. And see, part of the problem in these relationships is that you don't make people as a woman, and even to a degree as a man, you got to make people kind of work for you a little bit. And I don't mean work for you, but you shouldn't be just so easy to get. And I'm not saying you should play games. What I'm saying is that you have to kind of make people respect you and know, well, I can't cross this line with her because I know if I cross this line with her, she done. You know what I mean? Or if I cross this line with him, he is done. He is not having that. You know what I mean? It's about respect things. So that's what I mean by working. And so only thing I didn't like what Chevelle mom said when she said, I don't, this philosophy has never worked since the beginning of the time. It's just dumb. Okay. When she said, well, when you how to get over somebody, you get up under somebody else. That is the most dumbest philosophy that you want to do, because I mean, you're just kind of doing the whole, what they call it, the whole I forget what they call it. I can't even recall right now. The whole leftover thing, not leftover thing, but I can't think of it. Y'all type in the chat. I can't recall what it's called. But who wants to be it's like drinking, it's like having like my little coffee here. And then, when I'm done with the coffee, when I get to a certain part in coffee and I have about that much left, I give it to the other person. It's like backwash, and then after I done drank it all the way off and I have that much left and I give it to the person like, here, take it. Basically take my leftovers. Basically, you ain't nothing, and it just goes back to using people to get over people. So Chevelle calls this guy that she knew back in high school that she was dealing with. I guess they was cool. They never was intimate or whatever. And basically she had got back up with him right before she started talking to Quaylon or whatever his name is. After she got to talking back to him, she calls, she kind of dumped him, so to speak. And he probably was liking her a little bit. You can kind of tell he was liking her back then. And basically she dumped him to talk to somebody in jail. I just don't understand the logic of this. And again, when you pay your debt to society, it's we all make mistakes, and I want to reiterate that. But at the same time, who want to talk to a jailbird person? No, that's just not male or female. Oh, no. You know what I'm saying? I had to see what you gonna do. It was only one person on the show that I felt. I mean, I can name two couples that somewhat was about changing their life for the better. You know what I mean? Now, those were rare situations, but you're really taking a risk when you get with somebody behind bars, because they're gonna always give you their representative. And who the hell wants somebody's representative? I don't want your damn representative. You know what I'm saying? Because a person gonna tell you whatever they want to hear you to say, to put money on their books, to take their calls so you can click over, and you paying for their calls, and you can click over and call this other person, call their mama, their sister, their grandmother, their auntie, their baby mama, all their kids and all this. Nobody got time for that. Anyway, so she all chummy with him. She showing all of her teeth, every bit. I mean, I see the spread of her mouth. She didn't even wear all that makeup for Quaylon. She didn't even wear all that makeup for him. She sure wore that makeup for that man. I don't remember what his name was. I didn't even write it down because I already knew that was a plot just to make old boy jealous, because he gonna watch the episode. But I read somewhere, but they're not even together no more, but whatever. So she kicks him out the house. He moves back to Houston. with his mammy, which she should have done in the first place. As soon I would have did all of that stuff for him to begin with, I just would have been there for him, but I wouldn't have been putting money on his books and none of that stuff. I would have made him work. And then when he got out, I would have probably came and see him if that was the case, if I was into that kind of thing. And then I would have been like, yeah, you go with your mama, stay down there, see how that is, and let him spend some time with his family and whatever else things he want to get into, and then see where we at then. Because I mean, I would want to take him out unless it was less, and it's really difficult. See, and then it'll be one thing if you was with somebody and then they went to jail. I see those relationships a little bit better. When you meet somebody, when you get with somebody, you like, hey, we get to know each other. We already know each other. And then you go to jail, and then that's a different story. And then when they get out, and then you wait for them to get out, that's something different. But even with that, you still taking chances, you know. And then, you know, his mother was just kind of bent on her not being there. So let me tell you something. When if mama don't like you, it ain't gonna work. That's with a lot of relationships. I've been in relationships where the mama didn't like me. It just didn't work. My mama didn't like somebody, or my father didn't like somebody. It just didn't work. Your children, none of that mean anything. I'm just being honest with you. People don't really take, you know, if their children like somebody or not. Most people don't. I'm sorry. Most people don't. But that can be something a little bit worked on a little bit. If your children don't like a particular person, that can be worked on. It could be if it's legitimate. Some majority of the time it's legitimate. Other times it could be like a miscommunication, or it could be that person's mother or father that's influencing the situation. If it's not the person itself. Now, if the person's just bad luck and the child bad news, and the child is peeping at this person's bad news, that's something different. But I'm talking about, let's cut that out the way. If it's just a situation where if a child has a parent that's really nasty, negative, whether it's male or female, and they're influencing the child not to like that particular person. So I'm talking about situations like that, but we'll talk about that later on, because we will get into that about Andrea and Lamar. Okay, so that was kind of like, So she went on this date, and it was a rebound. That's what I was trying to say, a rebound. It was like a rebound situation. It's just like she was just kind of like trying to take her mother's advice, which I thought was dumb. I think she should have just healed. She needed to heal before she even think. The same, her and Sarah are kind of similar in that regard, but she's not as dumb as Sarah. I can say that. At least she has sense enough, but she don't have no children invested. The child calling. Okay, so let's talk about that too. Why you got your child calling this dude daddy? This dude don't even have children. He's not, he doesn't even understand. He's like, has been institutionalized most of his life. He's still a mama's boy, okay? First of all, he's still a mama's boy. He has all these women in his family. You gotta watch them kind of men. If a man got a whole bunch of women in their family, you're gonna have to you're gonna play a certain part in his life now, unless he's not a mama's boy. And there's nothing wrong with a man loving his mama. I think a man should love his mama, but it's a fine line with being a mama's boy. I don't want no mama's boy. I want a man. You want a man who love their mother, who love their sisters, or love their family. There's nothing wrong with being a family man. But you got to have a man that can stand up to his mama. You got to have a man that can stand up to his children. You got to have a man that can stand up to his family, well, his children if they're grown and they doing team too much. Okay. But for the most part, no, I want no mama's boy. I want no man that have unique relationship with his mama, where he lay up under his mama and he can't move without his mama telling him what to do. And he kind of came across like a mama's boy to me. And I get the fact that she has not seen her child for so long, and that's fine. That's a beautiful relationship. And if they want to have their relationship, then I would be like, okay, you need to work on your relationship with your mom. And I'm going to, meanwhile, find somebody that's a little bit more stable. That's, less mama boyish. But I don't know, she like that. But hell, tell the truth, she's a mama's girl, though. You know what I mean? So you can tell, I just see her as having, I think she had, it feels to me like she has daddy issues. I'm just going to be honest with you. And it seemed like she said her mama had been married several times, and I get that sometimes things don't work, but just based off her energy and based off what she told, telling her to get up under another dude, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Why do you need to get up under another dude? I mean, that's just really ridiculous. No, you need to heal. She need to heal. Sarah needs to heal. Both her and Sarah need to go to group therapy and take it, a group therapy. And I can teach you a session on how to get over somebody without being a hoe to do it. I'm just saying. But whatever. I'm not calling her a hoe, but I'm just that was kind of whole like though a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with going out and enjoying company, but I don't think you always have to flirt with somebody. I think you should take your mind off the person. I think you should hang out with friends. But she know this guy is like eyeballing her, and this guy want her, and she's giving him the impression that I'm single, I'm real single, and it's like, but you might be single, but your mind is still on Quayton or whatever his name is, Quaylon or whatever his name is. Whatever. And meanwhile, he's back at the barbershop talking about how he has some girl named Chicago in his phone, Chi-Town in his phone. And he telling all the boys, well, I wasn't messing with her. We just was kind of flirting back and forth, and she understands me. Why don't you be with her? If she understood you so much, why wasn't she the one buying you trucks and cars and getting you out them clothes? Because the little girl already indicated that you stunk when you first got out of prison, that your shirt jacket stunk. So I mean, why don't you have Chi-Time girl taking care of you then? If y'all was just friends and she understood you and she was giving you advice on how to deal with us, you got a sister for advice, you got a mom for advice, you got every damn thing else for advice but another woman. But you had this other woman laid up, trying to do all this stuff for you, taking care of you, holding you down. Although I feel like she shouldn't have held your ass down. She should have been trying to invest in her daughter and her business. She should have invested in her cousin. Her cousin seemed like a better candidate to invest in, because he looked like he the only one out of the whole entire family, it seemed like it, or at least that they showed, who had some sense. The rest of them, Anyway. So he's talking at the barbershop, and that's what she should have just sent him to in the first place. Since his mammy wanted him, she should just sent him down to his mammy and say, well, just go to your mammy then, and you go get on your feet. Because technically, and this is nothing against him. Now, and she was pressuring him too. So I can't really, this is one of those situations where I don't necessarily think one party makes more sense than the other. Okay, I think both of them is out of pocket. I think both of them are out of pocket, because from my vantage point, I feel like she was pressuring him to get married. She thought he was just gonna get out of jail for being locked up since he was young, since he was a youth, and expecting him to get married. I know he might have told her that, but still, she still should have wanted time to get to know him on the outside, as opposed to just accepting him at face value on the inside. Okay, she should have given him time and sent him down to his mama, let him chill with his mama, and she'd be like, look, you can go ahead and get out. Not having her daughter call him daddy. I mean, how dumb was that? That was dumb, girl. That was dumb, girl. Dumb. She should just send him down to his mama and his sister, let them create a bond, and let him get on his feet. Not buy him no car, not buy him nothing. Maybe what I would have bought him? I would have bought him a job application. How about that? I would have bought him a pair of underwear and some socks. Okay, how about that? And then I would have gave him some soap and a toothbrush and some toothpaste and some mouthwash, and sent him down to his mama. And then his mama could have bought him clothes. That was mammy buy him clothes since she wanted him down there so much. And I understand his mama. I would want my son to get on his feet first and not be relying on him. Because I would want my son to be a man and not be living off no woman. So I can understand. Again, I can't really be too mad with his people. And I couldn't really be mad with her mama. I just didn't like that comment that her mama said. I thought that was dumb of her. But for the most part, I do respect I think he should just went down there in the first place. I don't think he should have even moved in with her. And I think it was way too soon for her to be given all the stuff she gave him. And I felt like that was really dumb for her to force her daughter into calling this guy daddy, because he was not a father. He was not a father figure for her. It just, no. You know, I don't even think I would have allowed him to meet my child. He would have had to come. He would have had to come to meet my child bearing gifts. He would have had to come to paying my electric bill or my phone bill that I paid for in talking to him all that time and putting all that money on his book. He would have had to pay me back that. I'm sorry, he would have. And that's not me being a gold digger, but that's, you know, teaching him how to be a man. You know, he got to do man stuff. I like a man to, you know, that's alpha male stuff. That's man stuff, you know, to pay a bill and learn how to pay a bill. And has he even lived on his own before? And I understand his mama's point of view. Like, why go back to the very area where you got shot at or you got into the trouble in the first place? So I totally respect what his mother was saying. And he did really need to get on his feet first. So his mother wasn't wrong. And his mother basically said she felt like old girl was buying him. I could see to a degree, but I think she should have still been, what she said was true, but at the same time, I think she was too hard on the girl. And I think she was really negative and nasty toward her. And that was not right, because that woman held him down. Okay. So you didn't do as much as what she did. In fact, the sister, y'all didn't even talk to him. This girl, like he said in prior episodes, that this girl held him down. So, but I understand what she's saying. She's not lying about what she's saying, but she should have said it. She still should have been decent. She should have been nicer to her old girl. And she should have been nicer to the girl's mother as well. And both mothers should have been nicer to each other. And they should have been able to have a discussion. It wasn't no beef, but it was beef. You feel me? I felt like she should have been more or less toward the mom. Like, well, yeah, your daughter did a lot of great things for my son. She held him down. She seems like a good woman. But my son need to get on his feet. And she shouldn't have talked. She should have been like, well, I don't advise her to do all this stuff for him, because he really does need to get on his feet. And she seems like a good woman. You know, she does seem like a good woman, though. You know, and I'm not saying Quaylon or whatever his name is, Quaylon or whoever, is not a good guy. And he does have potential for really doing something really good for himself, you know, making a decent human being out of himself. He definitely has a chance. Michael, not right now. Not saying Michael does. I'm going back to Michael right now. Not saying that Michael doesn't have a potential to do something great, but as of right now, he's a jerk. He's a joke. I can't even take him seriously. Bye-bye. But Quaylon actually does have a point. At least when he got back down to with his mother, at least he got a job. I mean, his mother got him the job, but that's okay. But at least he's working the job. At least he's starting off cutting hair, so he's working on getting a trade. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with an honest living. At least he's not doing the same thing. So I can't be mad at him. So I really don't. I think both of them were wrong. I can't say he was just totally wrong and absurd. And I can't just say she was totally wrong. I think both of them were wrong in different parts. She held him down. She was good for holding him down. But at the same time, she gave him too much, and she gave him too freely, quickly. And it did come across like she was buying him. And I did feel like she was buying him. But in her mind, she might not have been, but it just comes across like that. And then he was wrong and to me, he wasn't really that into her, because again, he felt, and she was pressuring him. And she kept pressuring him to honor everything he said. And he shouldn't have said all those things. He should have kept it real with her. Like, baby, I do love you, but I'm not going to be ready. When I get out, I'm not going to be ready to marry you. But if he had said that, she wouldn't have been putting all that money and investing in him the way that she was investing in him. And to me, I felt like she just wanted a husband and a father of her child. And she probably would have just accepted anybody, which is why she moved on so fast. Which was why she tried to move on so fast. And just like her mama said, she's been married multiple times. So if this marriage didn't work and this man didn't work, I'm going to find me another husband. I get it, but that is like that rebound stuff don't always work. I'm just being honest with you, because you still basically essentially are carrying that same energy from that past person that you was with into the next person that you're gonna get with. And at the end of the day, it's not gonna work. You gotta do some healing, okay? I wouldn't advise you to jump into that relationship. But hey, whatever. So on to the next couple. I done did 2 couples so far. Let's talk about Sean and Destiny. Oh my God. Okay. So, Sean, you suck. Destiny, you suck for real. Crude. You crude, nasty, acting disgusting. And Sean, so are you. You're dumb. You have children. Your child's mother of all them damn children you got a whole bunch. You got a whole freaking basketball team. Your damn baby child's mother, children's mother, has gone to everybody platform that does this, clowning you and saying how you don't take care of the children, you're not paying child support, you barely talk to them, and you're not handling your business as far as the father is concerned, and basically you overall suck. And she says you're stupid too, and you look weird on TV. So you suck. And you're 45 years old. You too damn old to be doing the same the shit you doing. Okay, so you're a sucker. You're a sucker. You know that. Anyway, so why would you think that this Destiny chick had any intentions on being with you? First of all, she said she liked women. She trying to I remember she went to the furniture store. She was trying to talk to every damn woman in the furniture store. Take your credit card and spend all your money, the little money you get. Okay. The money that she spent, you could have been taking care of your children with. And you know, your child's mother, whatever your name is, you need to take that fool to court and get child support and stop doing that old pay me under the table stuff, because that's a gift. That's not child support for real. That's not, sometimes you can actually do that with certain people and y'all just take care. But Sean apparently is not responsible enough to just give give you money for the children or what they want. Apparently he's not responsible enough. And I don't even understand why you even, I don't even understand why you even met with him and the old girl to the restaurant. Because my thing is, Destiny, that's his child's mother. Who the hell you think you are? You ain't even his wife, girl. You are not even his wife, first of all. And why would you want to be with a man that's not taking care of his children? And true enough, hold on one second. And true enough, why would she want to be? I mean, and if our girl, let me tell you something, child's mother, why do you have to talk to him every day? You only talk to him every day. I mean, I understand Destiny's point on that. He really should be talking to the children, not your ass. How about that? So I wouldn't be dealing with that either. I wouldn't be dealing with no man if I'm with him and he got to talk to his child's mother every damn day. No, you talk to the children, especially if the children are older in age. If they're like 3 and 4 and stuff like that, and you may need something, that's why nowadays it's no more just giving somebody cash money. That's male and female. Okay, that's even whoever has the primary custody of a child. It's no more just giving them cash. You need to I would advise everybody at this particular point in time in their life. It's no more giving a chick cash. You need receipts. You need to pay court order child support. I don't care if you're a male or female, because nowadays the way people are, you want to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do, and your children know that you are taking child support. Now, if your child's mother or your child's father, whoever has the primary custody, if they going to get their nails done, or they getting haircuts, or they doing dumbass stuff, or they taking the money that you get and spending on children that they have with somebody else, That's all on them. At the end of the day, as long as your child knows that you're providing for them, then I mean, what can you say? But that's still, well, let me say something. You still scummy if you taking your child support money for one child and you spend it on all of your children. Nah, that's not right. That's not right. But whatever. I'm not the child support lawyer, case judge, none of that. I'm just saying that's kind of but whatever you do, but regardless, you can't necessarily say, well, what are you spending child support? I need an account records. I don't know. Eventually they probably will start doing that in a little while. So watch out, folks. Watch out. Stay tuned for that. Eventually that will begin to start happening because eventually I think that people should provide a record of what you're spending the money on eventually. Because sometimes you see, let me just say this, and this is on male. I've seen this done with men and I've seen this done with women. So I can't say it's just the woman doing this because I can't just say that. But I've seen, your child comes out, you looking at them, you like, well, and then the clothes that they wearing, it's like, what are you doing with the child support? It's questionable. But okay, let me get off of that. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't go for no man talking to his baby mother or children's mother all the time either. Now, if it's something, if the child did something wrong or the child did something right, and you're just saying, hey, little Johnny did such and such and such, we're gonna have a thing. Can you attend? Stuff like that, or hey, little Johnny needs a new pair of shoes. Can you come get them and take them to go get the new pair of shoes? Those are reasonable requests. But I'm saying if you're talking to them and you telling her all your business or who you talking to or who you meet, that ain't none of their business. That is not something you talk to. And a lot of times I think those are games. See, children and fathers, mothers as well. But I see men do it and I see women do it. Sometimes y'all play a lot of games and let me meet the new person. And at the end of the day, sometimes it's really none of your business, in some cases, if it's a situation where, you might want to introduce, but I don't think it should be demanded. I think eventually that should happen because you all are going to meet in the same spot and it should be cordial and y'all should always try to get along as a family. But some of y'all, I wouldn't be playing into those games. Of having to sit around your child's mother or sit around your child's father. Nobody's going to do all that. Malcolm was a good one because I wouldn't have sat there and been talking to Michael. I just been like, hey, and I would have left and let them be and let you be a family and I'm going to go on about my life. I wouldn't have did all that. And I think that the child's mother, I'm not mad at her for showing up. Destiny was talking too much mouth, and Sean was just sitting up there telling her, I just think Destiny should have really had a beef with Sean. If I have a problem with the child's mother, as long as she don't say nothing to me, I'm not going to say nothing, but she says something to me, that's going to be a problem. But otherwise, it's just what is really there to discuss, There's nothing really to discuss other than, child needs this, child needs that. Can you please talk to little Bobby because little Bobby's doing team too much. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, but as far as his business, I think Sean and the child's mother have discussions. And because she said it and they were close. And it's just, if y'all have a friendship, then y'all need to work on y'all friendship and I'm be out of here. It's just some things. Everybody's not going to have the Will Smith, Jada and Sheree Pickett Smith household. And I wouldn't go for that either. I just think sometimes your ex should be your ex. I just think you should have a clean sweep, but I think the parents should get along for the child's sake. I do believe that, but I think Destiny, but most of all, I'm not mad. I can't even be mad at Sean's child's mother. Okay. I'm not mad at you because you're not really the problem. Destiny, you're the problem. You're the problem. Mashawn, you're stupid. You're a problem too. So both of you two together are dumb and stupid. So let me go there with what happened in the show. Okay. So what I said was this chick Destiny had like a couple of Facebook pages where she was basically engaged to other people. I guess they were old or certain times when she was in jail. But I mean, what's your name, Sean? How could you expect like that not to be? I mean, she looks like a scuzz bucket. She looks like a freaking liar. She looks like a con artist. She looks like she uses people for money. I mean, what do you expect? And then you had a nerve when you first seen it. She's a little bit heavier than what you thought. You weren't all that either. I mean, what is this under your lip? Underneath your mouth. I mean, what is this? So you're not all that anyway. When you've seen her, was trying to clown her or whatever. Somebody need to clown you. What else did I say? She knows she's scamming you. How could you not? All she doing, she left, took everything, left a pregnancy test out, just playing games with you, Why you think she's pregnant? And if she was pregnant, you should have questioned that. In that case, I would have got a blood test. If she had called, if she would have told me she's pregnant, I'd have been like, I want a blood test. Shoot. And asking for money, are you stupid? You gave her $100. It showed on there he cashed out to $100. She talked all that crazy stuff to him about how she need time and why he keep blowing her up. She's not returning none of his calls, but yet his dumb self sent her some money. He's crazy as hell. You stupid. Stupid. And everybody, all your co-workers got to tell you. And then why you so stupid to tell people, your co-workers that you work with, how you getting dogged out? You dumb. Why people do that? People always telling their co-workers about them getting dogged out just for people when you ain't there at work. Everybody be talking about you and laughing in your face. You just dumb. And then we'll talk about that. I'm trying to go in order. Okay. Finally, Adrian or Andrea, and Lamar. Okay. Listen, I don't like her. I mean, okay. Okay, let me talk about what I like about her. I like the fact that she's a businesswoman. I like the fact that she cares about her children. But she's too damn controlling. And it's controlling obnoxiously. Like she won't let him be a man at all. She takes his manhood, the little manhood that he has left. She steals it from him. She don't want him to be a man. She don't even want her son to be a man. She's like a very stereotype. And I hope, and to be honest with you, I hope this is just for play. I hope this is like them making her see. I think Michael's himself. Okay. I think he is himself. I think he's just messed up. However, I hope that this is just, TV. I hope this is just TV. Some of this, I think it's for TV. Okay. I don't think Michael and Sarah are. I think both of them. I think Sarah's stupid for real. But I think Adrian Lamar. I hope this is TV for TV, and I think that it's nothing wrong with having your own religion, your spirituality. You're welcome to that, but I think she forces it on people too much. And when you do that, you're gonna push people away from what you're trying to get them to be interested in. I think that she should do it more or less about, just trying to tell them experience, hey, this is what I came into, and just kind of letting the children to explore. How you doing, Dice TV? I'm sorry, not Dice TV. I'm sorry. How you doing, 89 TV? I'm sorry, I have my glasses on. Hey, sorry about that. I apologize. I didn't really look at it. I didn't really look at the words yet. I just kind of seen TV. I'm sorry. I apologize. But anyway, shout out to Dice TV. Anyway, so I thought that Adrian, whatever her name is, Andrea or whatever. I felt like she's too controlling, and I think she tries to control every aspect of her life. She doesn't want Lamar to be a man at all. I don't see how. And then she's violent. Then when she get angry, she'll be like, oh yes, the Lord. And then when she get angry, she's cursing. It's like, girl, pick a struggle. I mean, she got on my nerves. I mean, it's cringe worthy. She's like every bit of a stereotype. She's very cringe worthy that every time I look at her, I'm trying to catch your content when I can, whenever I can. I'm glad. Please do. Um, but she's really cringe worthy, and she doesn't respect her husband. She treats her husband like a little bitch, and it just gets tiring after a while. And it's like, why can't he have a relationship with his own damn daughter? I mean, and like, why can't you and his daughter get along? What's wrong with her daughter? I mean, I understand his daughter feels some kind of way because he was not there for her to raise her, but that's still between you and your father. You need to deal with your father. You should not take that out on his wife, and you should not take that out on your sister, young lady, if that's what you're doing. I think that you should try to blend the family. And I think that, Adrian, I think you're really silly for this man not being able to have a conversation of meet with his daughter, and his daughter should be able to meet his his other daughter. And I believe the whole family should be able to come together to try to have a relationship. I just don't like the way, I don't like that. And it's like, why do you have to lie to go kick it with your daughter? You should just be honest with your, you should put your foot down about that. Now, that's something you should have put your foot down. No, nobody would ever tell me not to be around my children. That's some I wouldn't allow. I would not be with a man who did not take financial responsibility or wasn't trying to build a relationship with their children. That's not right. I just don't understand why he can't be around him. And then she's really hot-headed, and then she goes over to his brother's house and just starts clowning. It's like, how old are you? Why are you still doing teenager stuff? You know this man on parole. You know the moment that, anything happens, you're going to set him back up to go to jail. You should have kind of waited till he got home, then went off on him or whatever. And then you shouldn't have told your daughter to keep it a secret. I mean, you just stupid. I mean, come on now. No. I did say Destiny horror. Okay. Horror. Okay. Then it goes back to, is that Sean not just a friend, or are you in jail? Yeah. So Destiny, she buys a pizza, and then her friend asks, like, so are you texting Sean back? She's like, no. And she's like, she's just texting a friend, and since he want to lie to her about talking to his baby mama, she gonna move on. You was talking to him anyway. You weren't just talking to him because he was talking to his child's mother. You didn't want to be with him anyway. We're gonna quit playing this game. You dumb. Back to Adrian and Lamar. Andrea, I guess that's her name. Like, he's like, I don't even want to go home. It's like a woman, be a man and stand up in your own house. See, part of the problem is that, y'all are not equally yoked based upon the show. Now, it might, like, again, it might just be hot for TV, right? But based upon the show, and all this stuff is based upon the show, okay? So I'm basing about, when I call you stupid, I'm saying your characters that you playing on the show are stupid. Okay. I'm not necessarily calling you personally stupid, but I'm gonna say characters on the show are stupid. It's dumb. But it's like, why are you always lying, Lamar? And why you can't go to your own house? You're not even a man in your own house. At some point in time, you should put your foot down. I mean, and part of it is, do you make real money? I mean, not just that rap stuff that you do. I'm sorry, all due respect. But is the producing business paying off? Is what I'm saying. Because if she's fronting the money for that, then she is going to treat you like a little bitch. Sometimes when people are funding your business or you as an investment, sometimes people can try to treat you a little bit funny. So that's why it's always important to have your own. And there's nothing wrong with having your own and y'all coming together, with the money. But I think a lot of times, especially with women like her, with people like her, I ain't gonna just say women, I'm gonna say people like her will certainly ruin you as a particular person, because what they will be bent out and shaped on is like the money and really, to be honest with you, and based about the show, every time you see this guy, he's always with somebody else. He's never really at home that much. He doesn't look like it. He's always hanging out. So now he's over to his brother's house hanging out, and then his brother pushing her back and telling her, you can't do that around here. I mean, and then she's like, get your hands off me. She yelling out loud. Now it looks like he's beating her, you know. So that was too low. His brother, what's his name? D-Lo or Dilo or whatever the hell his name is. He's laid back, but I'm not mad at him. He was kind of funny though. He's like, oh, you can't be doing that around here. You know how they talk in California. That Cali accent was funny. So he was just kind of talking about he didn't want to go home, and and he didn't want to go home, and how he didn't want to deal with that, and you can't talk to her. Well, why you with her if you can't talk to her? If y'all can't have a non-dysfunctional, see, if you're about the religion, the man has had a household, girl. Man has had a household. If you're about your particular religion, man has had a household, not woman in your particular religion. Okay. My husband business. So if you all about that, then you will be trying to handle your shit. How about that? And I just think you too bossy. Don't know. I wouldn't want to deal with that as no woman. I mean, no man. I wouldn't want to deal with that as a man, because I feel like you're not allowing him to be a man. But if you are not acting like a man, like paying bills and helping to produce in the family, then that may be something different. That's probably why she treats you like that. But you shouldn't be afraid to go home. I don't know. I think she's overbearing. I wouldn't be dealing with that. I would as a man, I wouldn't be want to deal with that. And even as her children, I would certainly try to, if I was her son, if he's old enough, I would certainly get my own place and try to, because she's too controlling. I would want to be under her controlship. I mean, he can't even be himself. His son, she's forcing him into trying to do like a thing within a family, and he looks like he's grown. I think he's about 18 or something like that. I would go into the service or something and get away from her, because she's just too much. I wouldn't want to deal with her. I wouldn't want to deal with that, because the moment he bring her, he ain't gonna bring her no woman. She one of them kind of women. He ain't gonna be able to have no girlfriend, because she gonna be trying to run everything, and his girlfriend and his mama not gonna get along. I'm telling you, you ain't gonna have no life. Just grow up. Move out your mama house, get you a job, go join the army or something. Do something. I don't know. Do something where you can become a man, because you apparently did not learn how to become a man through Lamar. Okay. I know that's your stepfather. And sometimes, but at the same time, wait, hold on. Let me not be that way. Let me take it. I take back what I just said. I think he needs to get away from his mother so he can find himself more. Okay. But let me slash. It seemed like to me you have a little more sense than Lamar, but whatever. That's not saying a whole lot. You seem like you got more sense than your mama too. But and then the sister, the little girl, why you doing that to the little girl? I don't understand why she's doing the little girl. You trying to make the little girl feel guilty about wanting to see her own sister. And I just think you, the sister, your stepdaughter, both of y'all are silly. And both of y'all need to put all your differences aside and come together as a family. Don't know why. I wouldn't want no stepmama like that either. And you probably stopped him from seeing his daughter. I'm gonna bet that. Okay, let me go to Puppy and Amber. Are you kidding me? First of all, that's like a dysfunctional mess, crappy. Y'all was just crappy. First of all, let me read this. They was in jail together. I guess they were cellies, and they used hand sanitizers to get drunk. And she's like, well, it messes up your liver eventually. You're dumb. Who would drink hand sanitizer? Is it that serious to get drunk? You could have made hooch out of fruit in jail. I know what I'm talking about. You could have made some hooch. You could have made some hooch out of fruit, okay? Why in the insane nations would your dumb self drink hand sanitizer. I'm like, is that a joke? Or y'all joking? Y'all gotta be joking. Y'all dumb. Okay, and I know y'all was in love in prison, but this is the outside world now. So whatever you do in prison is a little bit differently. Sometimes people be gay for prison, you know. So let's see what's gonna happen on the outside world. Let's see what that's gonna be about. And then I thought this was some ludicrous shit. Now she says she wanted her ex to adopt her and split the money with Amber. Puppy wanted her ex-boyfriend, okay, to adopt her, to split the money with her girlfriend, Amber. Y'all stupid. So then she told Amber, why didn't you should have slept with him or something. She said something to that effect. What? And it's like, why would you think he was going to do that? And then she was like, well, I'm not making any money off of it. So, but it was still illegal. It was both a plot. So, I mean, come on. Nobody got time for that. I mean, y'all are nuts. And nobody got time for that. And then he told her, basically lawyer up, and I guess he told her and he hung up on her because she's like, well, if you ain't gonna do it, then his name is Vince. So she was basically like, if you're not gonna give me any money off of this scam of adoption, he talking about what he was gonna cancel the adoption, whatever. But you know, he wasn't canceling no adoption because he was claiming her on taxes and they get extra monies or something like that. I don't know. It's some scam stuff. They just was in jail for scamming and selling drugs, meth or something. It's like, come on, get a job. Shit. Who the fuck who want to do all this stuff? Whatever. He hung up on her. She said, hi, daddy. Gross. Let me see what else happened. Okay, back to Sean. Okay, Sean, you a dumbass, according to the show. This dummy, he calls her. He calls the bank. I guess the bank gave him a notification like this dumb girl, Destiny, basically, after you done gave her some money, she's still using the bank card. Why would your dumb ass give her the bank card in the first place? That was dumb. And then he goes and gets the address. This is illegal for them to totally do this. He calls the place where I guess she spent the money, and he's like, well, where they relocated at, or what do you know the address and which whatever was delivered or whatever. And they say, sure, I'm not supposed to do this, but for the show purpose, I'm going to go ahead and do this. You know, that was staged. That sounds like some sage shit. So I guess that's when he gets the address to where her sister live, and he's probably going to end up more than likely in the next episode going down there. And that's my review on this damn show. I don't know. I'm out this camp. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, what y'all want from me? You know, I don't know. It's just dumb and lame. And what are y'all talking about? So I guess I'm going to be out the show. Please tune in for the next time. Please go to my website, support me, get my nice little shirts. I want y'all to check this shirt out. Okay. And I definitely had these earrings. I do sell these earrings. I sell earrings like this, these themed earrings. Okay. All right. So check out this shirt. Okay. All right. So definitely check out my website. www.ask314life.com, and definitely purchase you some shirts, herbs, holistic products, get readings from me. I do readings, life coaching, and things like that. And just check me out and support your sister. All right, I really appreciate you all. Have a blessed day, and it is what it is. Here we go.
You're watching Dr. Amir Sankofa Quayle live. Make sure you stay tuned, hit that like button, and subscribe. It's going down.
Death is a multi-billion-dollar industry. The cemeteries are full of people who've passed from a preventative illness. With the correct approach, you not only extend your chances of preserving your life, but you will improve the quality of your life with a natural approach. The earth provides energy healing herbs for the benefit of mankind.
Hello, I'm Amira Senko for Quali here at As Life Coaching Ministries. We're located at 1921 West Broadway. We've been in the healing business for over 20 years. To order my products, go to www.as314life.com. I'm available 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Namaste.